guys, it's Allie and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing another favorites video. So these are my favorites for the month of February. I have to think about that for a second. I always say this, I'm going to try to run through these pretty quickly, but if not, then grab a snack, enjoy, and see what I've been liking. The first favorite I'm going to mention is the Beauty Blender Cleanser Solid. Now, I do not actually have the Beauty Blender. I used to. I got rid of it just because it was old and I was cleaning and I just tossed it and I haven't picked it up. I do like the Beauty Blender a lot, but I did pick up this makeup cleanser a while back. I think now, literally as I'm saying this, I think I've mentioned this in the past in one of my favorites videos. I don't know. If you want to look through all my favorites videos and find out, go ahead, be my guest. If I did, I'm repeating it. If not, then this is probably my favorite brush cleaner. I know it's made for the Beauty Blender, but I do use it to clean my brushes. I really like that it's a solid. You can see I'm like almost done with it. I really just like to wet it, swirl my brushes around, clean it through. I like that it comes with this little like rubber thing to help scrub. I don't use this. I have another one that kind of looks like an egg and I put on my finger and I just clean it that way. But anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the cleanser. I think it cleans beauty sponges beautifully, obviously because it was meant for the Beauty Blender, but I do think it cleans brushes really beautifully. And I like that I'm not standing there like squeezing like the cleanser out and like scrubbing. I like that it's in this little pot and you just swirl it around, brush it, and I think it does a phenomenal job cleaning brushes. So this has been my favorite for a while now, especially this month because I'm trying to do really well with keeping up with cleaning my brushes. The next thing I'm going to talk about actually by Diva Curl. Now before you jump down my throat, and I know there's like a whole big issue going on. Again, I'm not getting into Diva Curl with the controversy that's happening currently, but I will talk about this towel. It is a microfiber towel. I know there are tons of different kinds. Different companies have their microfiber towels. I know that you can just find them randomly, probably on Amazon. I don't know. But the one that I have is by Diva Curl. It's 100% microfiber. And now, I am a curly haired girl. My hair is naturally very curly. I typically blow it out and style it with hot tools, but being that my hair is curly and coarse and dry and damaged and colored and highlighted and all of the above, I do try to take very good care of it. Speaking of hair, just ignore all these little flyaways. Those are all my baby hairs growing back after it all fell out. If you didn't know, I had postpartum hair loss. It's a very common thing. All my hair's growing back. That's it. So anyway, microfiber towel absorbs the water very, very well. And it's also more gentle on the actual hair. I know a lot of the times they do also recommend using like a t-shirt and using the shirt to kind of absorb the water and the moisture from your hair and then putting in the product and curling and all of that. So Diva Curl has their own towel. You can use microfiber towels. That's fine. Again, this is just what I have. But even though I don't wear my hair curly like 99% of the time, I still like this because I do know that it is more gentle on the hair. There's less friction on the hair. The less friction, the more gentle, the better for my hair. And I think just for hair in general. So I do like that this is like my designated hair towel. So when I get out of the shower, my hair goes up in this. And usually I do whatever I have to do. And then when I finally have a chance to blow it out, I take it out and I blow up my hair, and I feel like it works really well, and it's just nice to have. I'm going to be talking about two different cleansers that I've been liking for this month and for a while now, and both of these I actually think I received in a subscription box, whether it was Ipsy or BoxyCharm. Those are the two that I use. I don't remember. I think they were both from BoxyCharm. I don't know. A lot of the times you'll find that a lot of the products I talk about are from those subscription boxes. I am a big fan of those. It's a nice way to try out different products without actually having to go and buy a bunch of things. But the first thing I'm going to talk about is the Murad Acne Control Clarifying Cleanser. And I have used this in the past, like years and years and years ago. Murad, I actually do, I have like a complicated relationship because it's almost like a love-hate. A lot of their products I really do love, but some of the products actually break me out, which is so sad to say. But this is a salicylic acne treatment. It's a cleanser. My skin has been a little bit all over the place lately. So some days it's good, other days it's like going crazy. And there have been a few days where some little friends want to come out and play, and I've been using this, and I feel like it does definitely take care of the problem, and it just helps. I try to stay a little bit of like the more natural route and stuff like that, but sometimes, especially if I have somewhere to be and there's like a little sucker that wants to come out and play, I bring this guy out just to kind of wipe everything clean. Now, the other cleanser that I've been liking is by Pharmacy. It's the Clean Bee Facial Cleanser, and this I believe has honey. This is a gentle facial cleansing gel that washes away surface oil, impurities, pollution, residue, and makeup while nourishing the skin with honey and hyaluronic acid. So, kind of like opposite. So this is the clarifying cleanser. This basically like strips the skin, not to the point where my skin's like peeling or hurting or anything like that, but this is a clarifying cleanser. It's deep cleaning. Now this one on the other hand is very deep cleaning, but my skin feels moisturized afterward, and it's from the honey and the hyaluronic acid, which both of those my skin tends to really like. I just like this one because it is very cleansing, but it doesn't dry out my skin. So I've been using these two depending on what my skin needs at that moment, but I really, really like it. So, but for skincare, I think I've talked about this before, but it's the Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Concentrate. This is a blend of essential oils and botanicals, and it restores the appearance of the skin by the morning. And I do really like this a lot. It's super concentrated. I mean, it's still pretty full, and I've used this quite a bit. It comes in a little dropper like this. Okay. I think you're supposed to put like maybe 5 little tiny drops, not like a full dropper around. So typically I'll wash my skin and apply this oil and kind of massage it through and put a moisturizer on top of it. But sometimes I use this on its own, and I do feel like I wake up in the morning and my skin just looks a little bit better, and I don't look as worn out and exhausted. So I do like this. I like that it just is very nourishing to the skin, and it has, like, again, the botanicals and essential oils and all of that yummy stuff. I want to actually try a lot more products by Kiehl's because I really, really like this. The next thing that I have is by Belief. I think this was also in a subscription bag or box, or I got it in like a little one of those sample things where you get a bunch of different products in one, probably from Sephora. It's the True Cream, the Moisturizing Balm. I've used another one of these in the past, and I don't remember which one it was, but I really like that as well. I think the other one I used was specifically for nighttime, and this is just a moisturizer. I really like this a lot. Again, I do want to play around with this brand more, and yeah, this one worked really well. I like that it was a tiny little sample size. I still have a good amount, and I used it pretty well. I love things that are very concentrated because I don't have to use a ton of it. So even though it's a tiny little sample size, it lasted me a while, and I think this is one that I will be purchasing when I'm out because my skin liked it and I liked it. So the next thing that I'm going to talk about is a little bit random, but I picked this up at Sally's. It's the Clean and Easy Personal Wax Ready to Use Wax Strip for the face. So I can't be the only one. I know I'm not the only one, but you know, there's a little peach fuzz here and there. I'm pretty dark, so my peach fuzz is not as forgiving. And I did used to use like the microwavable one, like even the tiny, tiny one for sensitive skin and things like that. And you put it in the microwave and you have to stir it and you put it on and rip that sucker right off. I would get the stripless ones. It's very annoying when I have to get up and go to the microwave and make sure that it's working and mixing it, and it gets hot and then it spills and it can be messy. So I saw these and I'm like, you know what? Why don't I just give it a chance? And I like it. I'll show you. They come with a decent amount. There's 12 strips, which is actually 24 applications. So you get a decent amount. And I've used some because Mama needed a little bit of maintenance. But you just get it like that. You rip it and you just rub it in between. I guess you can do the whole thing, but you just rip a little bit off and you just rub it in between your palms to heat it up. And then you peel it open, put it where you need to take care of those little fuzzies and rip it right off. I love that you don't need to heat it up. I love that you don't have to worry about like wax spilling everywhere. It's really quick and easy and it works really well. Another thing that I like, just realized it's called Clean and Easy. It's clean, it's quick and easy. Okay, the name works. But another thing that I like about this specifically is I've used this a few times now and it does not break me out. So my skin is very sensitive, and how annoying is it? Ladies, if you know, or whomever, when you go and you wax and then you're like, okay, great, I took care of that like peach fuzz situation, and then you break out and it's like, okay, I went from like a mustache to now an acne mustache. Which is better? I don't know which is worse. But so far when I've used this, it does not break me out. I don't have like little bumpies the next day. And it's just so easy. So easy. So again, I just picked this up at Sally's and I really like it. This is a really, really random one. But again, I was kind of thinking like, what am I going to talk about? What have I used this month? And I thought this was worth mentioning. I don't know. This is a soap that I like. I picked it up from Target and it's J.R. Watkins Remedies for Body hand soap. And it's the vanilla mint. I've tried the lavender, which I love, the lemon, which I love, the coconut, which I love. I guess I love all of them, but this one is my favorite. And typically when I go to pick this up when I'm out, they're always out of this scent. It smells so good. And again, I try to go like the more natural route for things, especially like household items and cleansers and things like that. This is paraben free, triclosan free, no phthalates, formaldehyde, SLEs, EDTA, dyes. It's 25% recycled plastic bottle, no animal testing, and it just smells so good. I love that it really cleanses the skin too. I love that you get like a really good lather. Everyone who comes over and uses, they're like, that soap smells amazing. I'm like, I know. Target, it's so good. Plus, I think the packaging's so cute. You know, some of the hand soaps, they're like, in my opinion, very ugly packaging. To go buy like a soap dispenser because this hand soaps are like so ugly and who wants that and blah, 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 blah. But I think this looks really cute just on its own and it smells so good. I know they have like the lemon refill pack. I have to check if they have this one because this is my favorite. I always buy like 2 or 3 of these anytime they have them in stock at Target. So J.R. Watkins Vanilla Mint hand soap. So good. Go smell it. So now let's get into some more beauty things. Let's go back into that. I want to mention the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Tinted Moisturizer. I made a little, I don't know if it will be up by the time this goes up. Yes, it's up already. Okay, so I did a quick little ColourPop haul and I picked this up and I really, really love this moisturizer. I feel like it's very sheer to light coverage, but it definitely just evens things out. It moisturizes my skin beautifully, and it's perfect for the days that are a lot of my days now that I just have to like run up and run errands and go to places, and I don't want to get like full on done, and I just want to look like a little bit better. So I love this. I love that it's good for my skin and it makes my skin look better without actually having to wear foundation. And I love the packaging too. I really love that. It's a quick and easy, like a couple of pumps, put on my face and good to go. So I've been basically living in this. A couple of other things if you've watched my other videos that you've noticed, but the MAC Soft Ochre Pro Longwear Paint Pot has been my go-to eyeshadow base for the longest time now. I do always like to change it up and things like that, and sometimes I'll wear like concealer as a base or I'll use other eyeshadow bases. But this one, I just feel like agrees with my skin, especially the skin on my eyelid, really well. And I feel like it holds the eyeshadow really well and it lasts all day and it's easy. So I want to try the Painterly one that has a little bit of a different undertone. This is a little bit more warm. It's kind of like my skin tone. I just put that on my eyelid, and so far, basically any eyeshadow I wear on top of it performs beautifully, even better when it's on this than alone. I also am going to talk about the Hank & Henry Slick With It liquid eyeliner in Blickety Black. I do really like this. I like the applicator. I like it. I feel like it's super easy to use. I've been using it quite a bit and it has not dried out on me yet. I do feel like it could be a little bit more matte. I like the really, really dark, really, really matte type of look. So I do feel like it's a little bit reflective for me, but so easy to apply. Really works beautifully. I was nervous because I feel like that was a little long and I'm like, is the tip gonna be like too flimsy? But it works well. It works really, really well. Super easy to apply, super easy to remove, which I like because I don't like going and like scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing, especially around the eyes. Like that skin's so delicate, but this is very easy to remove, but at the same time, it lasts really, really well. So it's not like smudged and all out of place and funky looking by the end of the day. It's really nice. So the one thing I would say, I wish it was a little bit more matte, but it's beautiful. It works well. The last couple of things I'm going to talk about is this Marc Jacobs, the Tantastic Omega Bronze. It's so beautiful. This Marc Jacobs bronzer, I think, honestly, I don't know. Is it like limited edition, or it was at one point and then they brought it back? I don't remember. Something along those lines. But I remember when I got it, I was like, I need to get it right now because if I don't get it right now, I'm never going to have it. So I don't know if it's like an actual part of the collection, like a permanent thing now. I don't know. The Omega Bronze, this has the coconut. Yes, this says limited edition, but I feel like it's still around. I have to double check that. But look how beautiful this is. I feel like this just gives the right amount of warmth and depth to the skin. It does not look orange, but it really just like, just adds like the right amount of warmth and depth. And I love like the big pan that it comes in. And I love that it has a mirror. So, my favorite. This and the butter bronzer, but this one has been my go-to. And last but not least, I also got this in, I think, a BoxyCharm, and this came with like a little eyebrow kit. Honestly, I don't really use the powders, but I've been on a mission to find a good eyebrow gel, and I realized right now I did not put it on. So I'm going to put that on right now. It is Brow Bar by Rima, and I really like it. Honestly, I feel like all the brow gels that I've used are either not strong enough because my eyebrow hair tends to grow like down in some places, up on other places, and I need a lot of control. And I feel like a lot of them either did not have enough control or would dry like white, and I hate that. I hate that so much. So this one is just a nice clear brow gel, and it works really well. It's not like super strong, but it holds the hair in place. And I have to like trim my brows a little bit, but I like more of that like feathery look. Trying to go into more of that feathery look and not so like, I was never into like that Instagram like perfectly clean line. I don't know. I just feel like that looks unnatural, but this brow gel does a beautiful job just holding my hairs in place, and it does not dry white or anything like that. It just does a really nice job. So again, I haven't really played around with the powder. I should, but this brow gel, I feel like I actually am very happy with. I have not found a brow gel that I've liked in quite a while. Now I feel complete now that my brows are set. Those were my beauty favorites for the month of February. So a little bit random, a little bit things from here and there, but I personally like seeing other people's favorites because I can see what products work for other people and see if they might be able to work for me. So that is that. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. Be sure to stay happy. Let me know if you've tried any of these products, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.